Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd. Well, if you can't guess from my shirt, Louisiana Tech won the Western Athletic Conference football championship again this year, as they did in '01 on the shirt. And I'm happy to be able to watch that on television. It'll be in San Diego, California against TCU. Should be a great game. Okay, we're seeing some old photos, year old. And these are, again, as last week, some of the things we didn't get very good pictures of this year. So you saw a little interesting moth nobody's ever identified for me, that little red and whatever one. This is at Kitty Creek. This also is, well, this may be 3 years old. And you can see that willow trees growing in Kitty Creek. And there is an old map of Kitty Creek, which is in the northwest corner of Fayetteville. And that old map, little line going catty corner there, is the creek. And this is an award given to the Kitty Creek stream team for protecting their stream and working hard in the Illinois watershed. They got that award in 2002, so they got 2 awards along about that time, and they were statewide honors. That's the coral berry. It's a native plant some people call buckbrush, and it's a great thing to see in this time of year when it's the only red berry you can see in a lot of places. Certainly the only native red berry you can see this time of year. Well, there you see a close-up of a hair-streak butterfly on goldenrod. Again, this is fairly old pictures. And Heritage Trail goes right by my house in South Fayetteville, right past World Peace Wetland Prairie, right past the Botanical Garden in northwest Fayetteville. And there is from 2010. That's a white liatris with a American lady on it, and that's a hackberry butterfly from last year. So a lot of these pictures were made in places you didn't get to see these things this year because they had been mowed. And another reason was because it was that it was so dry in the heat of the summer that these things didn't look good in the fall. There's a patch looked better a year ago than it did this year. That's off 15th Street looking toward Mount Sequoia, and that area was mowed this year, so those flowers that you could see in there were not there this year much. And that's the old Aspen Ridge site. You saw the site with trees on it, the first couple of aerial photos, and then this one you can see where they dug it out. And now this is to illustrate what the view is from the Senior Center over to the National Cemetery. You can see the flagpole in the center of the photo at the National Cemetery. When the 4-story apartments go up that are planned there, that view will no longer be available. That's the native honeysuckle, Lonicera sempervirens, with the red or orangish flowers on them, trumpet honeysuckle. That's another view. That's before those student apartments were built at Aspen Ridge, now called Hill Place Apartments. So congratulations to Arkansas State University, University of Arkansas, Louisiana Tech, all getting bowl bids for this coming season, this coming few weeks. Till next time, I'll be sure to ask you to do your part to help keep the water clean, the air pure, and enjoy your favorite football team in action. Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd again with more photos, some old, some new, and some of them from various places. This is a tiny wildflower that I photographed more than a year ago, and it was never identified. I'm looking for somebody to help me identify it. Show you another shot. There's a plover. It's the kind of plover called a killdeer, or in Louisiana, North Louisiana, when I was a kid, it's a kildee. Kildee. Anyway, here's the starling pretty good close-up from my cameras, also near that killdeer plover. And there is Cave Springs. That's the pond at Cave Springs. And you could see the water was actually, it'd been raining heavily, and the water was coming up out of the spring and off the hillsides and actually overflowing there. There are some Canada geese. Haven't shown pictures of those guys. Haven't seen many of them this year. Haven't been in the right place at the right time. Okay, still showing you pictures of swamp milkweed seeds. And I just think that's kind of nice with all the blue in the background. So there's kind of a fun thing. I just had to stop and take this picture because the barbecue was cooking. It was actually Thanksgiving Day. And the smell got me to pull in the driveway. They were closed, but they were cooking for the next day. Here's the lodge on Whitney Mountain, and that's the actual building there overlooking Beaver Lake, and that's the building, the community center building for Lost Bridge Village group, and I was there talking to the group you saw indoors there about getting their yards and property certified as wildlife habitat by the National Wildlife Federation. That's a view from the National Cemetery over the sale barn to the senior center. There's a view to downtown. And they're taking down those old barn buildings, and they're going to replace them with 4-story student apartments if all this stuff gets approved as they're planning to do it. So it's going to change the view from what you see looking one way and from either direction. And there's the National Cemetery. I went back today. This is the 5th of December 2011, and got another picture to show what it looked like from the cemetery over there. Joe Neal is doing some programs. One of them will have passed before you see this, about his new book, The Province of Birds. There's that tiny native. I can't say it's native because I haven't identified it yet. Haven't worked hard enough, but if you want to call me and tell me, my phone's in the Fayetteville phone book, Aubrey Shepherd. So until next time, this is Aubrey Shepherd asking you to watch the tiny flowers, enjoy nature. Even in the winter, you get to see some views that you don't see. So get out and enjoy, even though it's cold on this 5th day of December. Till next time, this is Aubrey Shepherd asking you to do your part to keep the water clean, the air pure, and the woods green. See ya.